Welcome to Bowls, Beers, and Brawls. You got Big B here with you. Hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. We had BKFC 65 go down as the Squared Circle returned to Salt Lake City. This was Friday, September 6th, and it was a pretty damn good card, actually. Salt Lake City delivered 100%. We had 12 fights on the card and 9 finishes in total. So a lot of action, a lot of finishes, and some good, some bad, and some downright ugly. And we're going to get into that right away. I'm going to go over the card top to bottom, all 12 fights. So a lot to get to. Let's go. Main event in Salt Lake City, we had the women's flyweight strap on the line. Christine Ferea going in 8-1. Reigning champion. She was taking on the Canadian Jade Masson-Wong. She was going in 3-1. And well, folks, that wasn't quite what we were expecting, was it? Couple of words to describe this fight. Ugly, lackluster, and just downright disappointing. There was a lot of clinching with very little action. Realistically, not what we're used to seeing out of either woman. And I don't know. I'm still scratching my head over this one. Now, the event did just end, probably 20 minutes ago, so still fresh in the mind. Still trying to figure it out, because I'm not even sure what I actually watched there. And I have the utmost respect for both athletes, but I'm questioning if I even watched a bare knuckle fighting match there. I don't know, just mind blowing. Now I understand Jade's game plan was going to be clench heavy and try and get inside, but which she did several times, but nothing was ever really thrown. In the end, it goes all 5 rounds, and Christine Ferea retains her belt. Split decision victory, moves to 9-1, and let's be honest, folks, has officially cleaned out the division. The co-main at BKFC 65 was a much different story. We had the well-known Jeremy Stephens, 1-0 in BKFC. He was taking on the well-known BKFC fighter, Bobby Taylor, 6-2. Wow, this one was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. It lived up to the hype. Several knockdowns scored by Stephens obviously helped him get the unanimous decision victory. Yeah, folks, this one went all 5 rounds as well. And there really wasn't a minute that I didn't enjoy this fight. I mean, both men absolutely tough as they come, and just vicious, just absolutely vicious at that lightweight. In the lightweight division, pardon me. Taylor was an absolute mess by the end of the fight. Stephens' power is absolutely insane. It is just the power he can generate is, there's no other word to describe it, just insane. Great co-main, as mentioned. To me, it should have definitely earned Fight of the Night. The feature fight in Salt Lake City was also in the lightweight division. We had the 1-0 Trevor Bradshaw. He was taking on the 1-0 Draco Rodriguez. And, the battle of the undefeated ends in the second round when Draco Rodriguez delivered a nasty body shot. I mean, I could feel that one sitting on my couch. That one was absolutely brutal. Rodriguez, let's face it, folks, he's an animal. And I really do think he has a bright future in the BKFC, now sitting at 2-0. Now, we also saw a light heavyweight scrap between 0-1 Mike Jones, as he was taking on the 0-1 Diego Romo. 5-round scrap here. Both had moments. I thought Mike's defense was absolutely on point. It was fantastic, and he displayed some moves that we're not really used to seeing inside that squared circle on a weekly basis. So definitely props to him for that. Honestly, I think that's probably what made a difference in this one, as he gets the unanimous decision. Mike Jones. BKFC 65 also saw a heavyweight scrap between two debuting fighters. We had Hayden Brown as he was taking on Alex Davis. Absolutely weird ending in this one. Hayden Brown got punched flush in the eye, said out loud that to the ref that he couldn't see out of his left eye, and of course the doctor stopped it. Alex Davis gets the first round TKO. We saw another heavyweight scrap on Friday night as the 0-1 Jeremy Morrison was taking on the 1-4 Lewis Rumsey. And you know what? This one, Lewis Rumsey pretty much clobbered his way to a TKO doctor stoppage. 2 cuts on Morrison's ear, of all things, is what gave Rumsey the stoppage in the second round. Yes, folks, you heard that right. They stopped it due to 2 cuts on the ear. Now, didn't get a really good shot at it. Didn't get a really good look at it, pardon me. So I don't know. The fact that the doctor stopped it, something must have been pretty messed up in there. But like I say, weird ending. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that before in bare knuckle. Doctor stoppage due to cuts in the ear. Halfway through the card, we had a light heavyweight scrap as the debuting Lehigh Dominguez. He was taking on the 1-4 Kyle McElroy. And wow, a fired up McElroy smashed Lehigh's eye within seconds of the fight starting. The docs call the fight. McElroy immediately calls out Mike Perry, which was, it just had me laughing. I mean, he was swearing at him, looking for him. It had me laughing anyway. I'm sure Mike Perry has no interest in fighting Kyle McElroy, who has been on a tear of late, now moves to 2-4 with that first round TKO victory. And in what was the 5th fight of the night, we had a welterweight bout. Debuting Dominico Salis, he was taking on the 1-0 Kane Tomlinson Jr. And how tough is Dominico Salis? I mean, he knocked down Tomlinson, 100 times? And that was after taking Tomlinson's best shots. Wow. Tomlinson did not get off the stool for the 3rd round, which ends in a TKO victory for Salis. And that was right after Tomlinson claimed he got hit in the nuts. Now, the replay looked like it was right on the belt line. But, I mean, Tomlinson did not want to be in that fucking fight. That was absolutely clear. Anytime Salis touched him, he went down like he was shot with a goddamn sawed-off. Like, it was just, I don't know. I don't know what was going on there with Tomlinson, but he had some issues, and I don't know. We'll see if he'll be back. Opening up the main card at BKFC 65, we had 2 debuting fighters in the middleweight division. Justin McDonald was taking on Brian McDowell, and here Brian McDowell blasted Justin McDonald with a left. McDonald was still wobbly after the 8 count. The ref called it. First round knockout. Absolutely insane. What can I say? It was short and sweet. Speaking of short and sweet, we're into the prelims now, and they were absolute fire. Let's start the cruiserweight division as we had once again 2 debuting fighters. Ben Robinson was taking on David Sanchez, and holy fuck, David Sanchez had Robinson out on his feet, and then he fell down. Super fast knockout for Sanchez, just 12 seconds into the bout. And the second fight of the night on the prelims was another one in the cruiserweight division. Once again, 2 debuting fighters. Zack Cavender, he was taking on Connor Bracken. Zack Cavender absolutely starched Connor Bracken with a beauty of a counter. First round knockout for Cavender. moves him to 1-0, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of this guy. Like I say, short and sweet. It was the theme of the prelims because the opening bout of the entire night was in the featherweight division. We had Brandon Honsvick, who was debuting. He was taking on the 0-1 Dennison. And what a crazy fucking fight this was. I mean, Honsvick was getting tagged with lefts, then landed one of his own. Ref calls it. First round TKO for Honsvick. There we have it, folks. That was BKFC 65, abbreviated version, of course. Like I say, overall, fantastic fights. Other than the main event, which I'll be honest, it was a stinker, and everybody knows it. But hey, we move on, right? It's too bad. Absolutely nothing against Christine Ferea, but obviously I wanted the Canadian to bring her home, but still proud of her. She goes out there and does her thing, and I'm sure she will continue to. So hopefully she goes back to the drawing board and she can learn from this one. And like I say, we move on. Speaking of moving on, the next one is coming up right away. Next Friday, September the 13th. Yes, folks, you heard me. Friday the 13th. BKFC is heading back to Hollywood, Florida, and they got a fire main event for us. Belt is on the line as Blas is taking on Reber, and there's also a host of other names on the card. Perdomo, I can't think of who else is off the top of my head at the moment. It is quite late, but trust me, you're not going to want to miss that one. As always, Hollywood, Florida, at the Hard Rock there, it always seems wild there. So really looking forward to that. And that's all I got for now. Anyway, until next time, everybody, take care and peace.